what was your message to the team last week?
Drew and Malcolm Jenkins both kind of brought up the window, of opportunity for some of those veteran guys who hadn't won it. I mean, what's kind of the but you can understand where Drew's coming from when he says something like that because
You know,
I know you got a decision to make on Jimmy. When you look at where he
on
is,
who?
Jimmy Graham, I'm sorry. But when you look at where he is ability-wise, it's so little time playing football. What do you think the next progression needs to be for him in becoming a more complete tight end?
Look for
When you hear players, opposing game players, talk about his game and how the approach to him over the last part of the season was get physical with him, get up in his face. It seemed like it threw him off a little bit. Is that one of the progressions where he has to learn how to deal with that better? And that comes along the more you're in the league and more you.
Yeah.
Sean, that last play call offensively, was it supposed to be a lateral?
Absolutely.
timeouts, we'd kind of seen something on tape. Marcus has got a pretty good arm. Hindsight, a play where he could have caught it, stepped out, and then maybe a Hail Mary to the end zone. But it was a play we'd put in a week and a half ago prior to this game, which was a deep throw to Marcus and then across the field to Cadet. So, yeah, he wasn't freelancing.
Sean, I know you all look at division opponents in the offseason and try and measure up. Do
Yeah.
you also do it conference? I mean, we all look at Seattle.
Yeah, listen, I think we try to pay attention to what's winning, who's winning, and absolutely past just the NFC South. You would look at the two teams in the NFC Championship game this weekend. We would, but not just schematically. You would look at personnel. You would look at how they're built. You would study. It's our business, and it's important for us constantly to be paying attention to what's winning. And if not, then that would be silly. I think that in any business, I think you look closely at what's being done successfully, and are there things that you can incorporate into your program? And we started that when we first got here in '06. Not even in the NFC, but outside, looking at the team that had been winning, we felt the most in New England.
How do you feel like you all fit into this bigger picture now?
Well,
Can you, I guess, elaborate on the challenges each offseason of dealing with the salary cap and where you guys are and the money? You have some pretty.
You alluded to the youth on Saturday. How excited are you going forward with the contributions you got from Kenny Vaccaro, Kenny Stills, Teron Armstead? All those guys played significant.
there's
What about the way maybe Armstead responded? And I mean, you feel good about him going forward?
absolutely.
It's like kind of a rare thing to get that much production out of so many of our rookies so fast.
Uh, For you personally, how rewarding was it to be back this year? And then did you learn anything new about the way you approached it this season?
Enjoy doing.
I know we've asked you this before, but now that the season's over, really the defensive turnaround, you only had two new players from last year, Vaccaro and Keenan Lewis. I mean, everybody else was pretty much the same. Just what?
Well, I think there was more than just that. I think, listen, it was important that John Jenkins came in and played at nose for us. It was important that Foster came in. It was important that Keenan played. It was important that Vaccaro played. It was important that Raphael Bush. I mean, all these players came together with the coach on defense, with the coaching staff on defense. There was turnover, and we talked about it last spring as this team moved forward of really writing their own story, and that's is a team. That's not just one side of the ball. It's not just the kicking game or offense or defense, and I think that that was an important reason why we were successful.
You think there's less of a need for new help on defense than there has been in some past offseasons? Did you and Drew have more problems with delay of game penalties this year?
Man, getting the plays in.
Sean, you mentioned about studying Seattle, San Francisco teams that are still in it. Can you study that environment up there in Seattle is pretty intense. Can you?
Well, played.
But is there certain elements that maybe you guys could study and bring to your program?
Yeah.
You talk about the off season can't come quick enough, but How long do you take putting this one to bed, the timetable, the upcoming timetable?
We'll have to move on.
Is field goal kicker wide open going into the offseason? Or
Sean, it's sort of a popular critique that this team didn't have that deep threat receiver we're used to seeing in years past. Is that something you felt this offense missed, or I know the passing numbers were still there?
Do we see Mark Ingram take the next step, maybe here late in the season?
I think I saw it reported that Bill Parcells had some real nice words on Kyrie Robinson. I don't remember where it came from.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been on the TV broadcast or something.
You haven't had a real big back since Deuce. Is that just how it's happened? Or?
So what would be your message to those fans who are anxious about the apparent salary cap constraints, and particularly as it relates to Jimmy?
Challenge.
Coach, can you assess the offensive line this year, kind of as you move forward?
Sean, the health of your team, you're going to have some
Overall,
those guys are all. I mean, the guys that have been out all year, are they all in pretty good shape as far as your
well,